Are the Toronto Maple Leafs on the verge of a game-changing trade? With key players sidelined due to injuries, the pressure is on GM Brad Treliving to find the right talent to bolster our lineup. Rumors are swirling about potential targets from a familiar rival, and if these deals go through, it could be the spark we need to ignite our playoff hopes. Stick around to find out how these moves could reshape the Maple Leafs' future. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button to stay updated on all things Leafs. The Toronto Maple Leafs are facing a tough challenge right now, and as a passionate fan, I can't help but feel the weight of the situation. With Austin Matthews sidelined, along with key players like Matthew Knies, Max Domi, and Max Pacioretty, it's clear that the team needs to make some strategic moves to keep their playoff hopes alive. The injuries have left a significant dent in our offensive lineup, making it crucial for GM Brad Treliving to explore options on the trade market. Looking at the Boston Bruins, who have unexpectedly struggled this season, it seems like they might be willing to part with some valuable assets. The recent firing of head coach Jim Montgomery signals a potential shift in their strategy, and they could very well begin a sell-off of their more desirable players. This presents an opportunity for the Maple Leafs to strengthen their roster, especially considering the depth issues we've been facing. One name that immediately stands out is Trent Frederic. He's in the final year of his contract, and at 26 years old, he's shown he can be a solid contributor on the ice. Frederic has proven himself as an effective third-line player with a good balance of skill and physicality. With a history of solid underlying numbers and a penchant for engaging physically, he could serve as an upgrade over Ryan Reeves. Imagine Frederic bringing that energy and skill while potentially contributing to our scoring efforts. However, acquiring him might require a second-round pick or a promising prospect, which raises the question, is he worth that investment? Then we have Morgan Geekie. This guy had a standout year last season but is off to a rocky start this time around. Despite his slow start, his advanced stats suggest he's been incredibly unlucky. He leads the Bruins in high-danger chances and has strong possession numbers. If we could snag Geekie for a third-round pick, it might just be a steal. He's shown he can produce at a high level, and with a little luck on his side, he could become a valuable asset for our lineup. Justin Brazeau is another intriguing option. He's been quietly impressive, leading the Bruins in several advanced metrics despite being relatively inexperienced in the league. His size and physicality could fit perfectly into our system. The best part? He might not cost us much. Perhaps a mid-round pick could get the job done. His ability to cycle the puck and maintain offensive pressure could be exactly what we need in our bottom six. And let's not forget about Cole Koepke. He's been a pleasant surprise for the Bruins, showcasing solid underlying numbers despite limited ice time last season. Now that he's getting more opportunities, he's proving to be a reliable player. Given his limited experience in the NHL, he could be an affordable option for the Leafs, perhaps for a middle-round pick. His contributions could add much-needed depth to our fourth line. As a fan, it's hard to accept that the Bruins might be in a position to sell, but it could be a blessing for the Maple Leafs. We're currently atop the Atlantic Division, and with the right moves, we can solidify our chances for a deep playoff run. But here's the catch. These decisions come with risks. Are we willing to part with valuable draft picks or prospects for players who may or may not fit in seamlessly with our system? I genuinely believe that addressing our depth issues is crucial right now, but I'm torn about how aggressive we should be in the trade market. What do you think? Should we go all in and pursue these Bruins players, or should we hold onto our assets for future needs? I want to hear what you all think. Share your thoughts and frustrations in the comments below. This past week has been a remarkable one for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I can't help but feel a surge of excitement as we dive into the details. Joseph Woll has officially been named the NHL's third Star of the Week after showcasing his incredible skills between the pipes. winning both of his last 2 games, including his second career shutout, Wall is proving to be a key player for the Leafs. Let's talk numbers for a moment. In his last 2 outings, he saved 54 out of 56 shots, giving him a combined save percentage of .964 and a goals against average (GAA) of 1.00. This is no small feat. He played a pivotal role in the Maple Leafs' 3-0 victory over the Vegas Golden Knights, stopping all 31 shots he faced. Then, on Sunday, he faced the Utah HC, making 23 saves on 25 shots in a tight 3-2 win. While some might look at those numbers and think, it's just okay, let's not overlook the crucial saves he made to keep the game in check when Utah was pushing hard. Now, Wall's performance comes at a critical time for the Leafs. After an injury sidelined him at the start of the season, he's now settled into a rhythm, and it's showing. His GAA is now at 2.00, and his save percentage sits at .921 with a record of 5-2-0. Meanwhile, Anthony Stolarz is also doing his part with a .927 save percentage and a GAA of 2.21. Having both goaltenders performing at such a high level is a refreshing change for the Leafs, and it's something we've been longing for. As fans, we know the struggles this team has faced with goaltending in previous seasons. So, seeing Wall step up like this not only boosts our confidence but also paints a brighter future for the team. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. I can't help but wonder, is this the right path forward? With the way these 2 goalies are playing, do we have the depth we need for a playoff run? In addition to Wall's recognition, we should also acknowledge Mikko Rantanen from the Colorado Avalanche, who earned the second star with 2 goals and 7 points in 3 games. And let's not forget Zach Werenski, who took home the first star honors with impressive performances on the blue line. The fact that Wall is the first Maple Leaf to be recognized as a Star of the Week this season speaks volumes about his contributions and the potential of this team moving forward. I can see the excitement building among fans, and rightfully so. With Wall's recent performances, there's a renewed hope in the air that perhaps this year could be different for the Maple Leafs. But I want to hear from you. Do you believe this is the best decision for the team? Are we finally witnessing the rise of a solid goaltending duo that could lead us to the promised land? I, for one, am feeling optimistic, but I have my reservations. And what about the overall performance of the team? Are we seeing the right moves being made to ensure that we can compete in the playoffs? The stakes are getting higher, and we need to keep the momentum going. I urge you to share your thoughts in the comments below. What are your expectations heading into the next few games? Are you feeling frustrated, or are you excited about what's to come? Let's get a conversation going. Before we wrap up, make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed this content. Share it with fellow Leafs fans, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for all the latest updates. You won't want to miss any of the action as we continue to follow this thrilling season. And remember to turn on that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Thanks for tuning in, and let's keep cheering for our Toronto Maple Leafs.